Bada boom, bada bing. Welcome back, guys. May 13th, 9 a.m. Let's get started here. You can see I had quite a hectic little morning with PALI, PALI. I think I woke up with the wrong side of the bed today because I felt like I saw a lot of the moves coming and I predicted them right in a weird way, but my trading was off, constantly off. I mean, like buying the pullbacks, closing right before the breaks to the upside, just constantly not doing the right thing. And the reason I'm kind of saying that is because right now I'm down $1,000 pre-market. This is the most I've been down pre-market in quite some time. I mean, there was a time we were up and down pre-market, $1,000, $1,500. It's not a big deal, but the market's been so slow lately that I haven't been trading that much pre-market. So today I was like, there's some opportunity on PLI, but somehow I was on the wrong side, and I slowed down pretty much because I didn't want to stop myself out for the day, which would be around $1,500 down, since that's around my 10% of my average position size. So let's go here. It's a Thursday, May 13th. Thursdays typically aren't my best trading days statistically, but it's I don't know what to say. We'll just keep an open mind here. If we see some more trading opportunities, I'll go for it. I obviously got to dig myself out of the hole a little bit. I think I've had like 10 red trades in a row today. Like today has been going bad for me. That's why we have max stops on the day. So I'm hoping I took like a 30-minute break, actually even longer, like 45 minutes, and I was just like, let me calm down. I'll make a tea. So maybe we'll get back on the horse. If not, so be it. We'll be back at it tomorrow. But for now, we'll keep our eyes open. It is a little bit unfortunate that we're not seeming to get, the nicest gappers pre-market right now. Last week was actually not that bad. Last week was pretty okay. But yeah, right now it's just going a little bit slow. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. PALI, let's quickly look at it. USA Biotech, 3 million float, really nice. There's probably a good chance it's going to be halting today. 37 million market cap, I said that. Receives FDA fast track designation to reduce adhesions following abdominal pelvic surgery. Sounds pretty good. Fast track means it's high in demand. So we saw a lot of fast track designations with the COVID vaccines and whatnot coming out. That's arguably our lead gapper. I mean, percentage wise, it is right now. For me personally, it's been a little tricky to trade, but that doesn't mean, somebody else isn't milking it, because I feel like a lot of these trades, I was just 1 second too late or 1 second too early. I mean, a lot of times that's usually how trading goes, but today somehow I was just on the wrong side. So I just got to acknowledge that I'm on the wrong side here. I'm actually red on every one of my tickers I've traded today. So it's like a little bit of like a what's going on here, especially like when trading's your profession. But statistically, we're all going to have, a handful of those days every single year. So it is what it is. It's almost kind of funny. Maybe if this continues, I'm going to have to give myself a haircut today. I always like to do something really drastic on a red day. Not that a haircut's drastic, but just like something different. Yeah, other than that, I don't know. It's there's not a lot of tickers here making me too excited. I tried to trade FTEK. Had a scratch on my first trade. My second trade was a nice win, but smaller size. Then I went for a third trade on this pullback, and then we didn't get continuation again. Of course we didn't. So then I gave back my profits and then some on FTEK. Kind of not the most exciting. USA Pollution and Treatment Company, 18 million float. That's good. 55 million market cap. Pretty nice. Q1 results came out yesterday. Pretty decent stuff. I'm not a big fan of usually trading quarterly results. Like, there's a catalyst that's nice, but to me, I like trading stuff that's a little bit more theoretical, like a big partnership. Like a small company like FTEK, 55 million market cap, getting a big multi-million-dollar deal with this large brand or the government or something like that, because then it's like really hard to put a value behind it. Are they going to get more contracts? This clearly means it's a really good company because it's got to deal with a bigger company. So it's not like 20% increase in revenue from last year, which it's just not that exciting to be day trading. So right now we're in the middle of earnings seasons. The overall market is falling off a cliff a little bit, not that bad as in terms of like Corona times, but it's still struggling. Bitcoin took a huge hit yesterday after Elon Musk said they're going to stop accepting payments from Bitcoin because of the environmental concerns, which is definitely a big concern. The electricity that Bitcoin needs, especially for the miners. And so it's just inflation concerns. So it's the overall market's been a little bit slow, and then the small caps during earnings seasons is just like a bunch of bullets flying around. So I don't know why I was so aggressive this morning, but I don't know. I can't really explain it. It is what it is. It happens to all of us. Anyway, for now, PALI is coming back. I'm hopeful. Let's see if we can get some more action. I'm definitely hopeful. We still got plenty of time before the market opens, and I probably won't do any more pre-market trading, but at the same time, I'll keep our eyes open. Nice little bottom bounce here. I was actually really close to trading it in this area, but even though, this is an 8% move, which isn't that crazy. So I think this kind of slow rate of change, I think would have had me, faking out left and right. So I'm actually pretty happy I didn't trade this area. I probably would have somehow lost more money. So that's good. Infinity says the broken green streak might have affected your confidence. Maybe. Ben says dye your hair. I don't know if I'll ever dye my hair. Maybe one day. Never say never, right? Scott says I was 10 seconds too late on every entry yesterday. Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's always stressful when you're in one of those days, or sometimes you're in like a little bit of a funk. Definitely happens. April was a month-long lull with the overall markets and just me. It's hard to be a momentum day trader when there's no momentum, right? So you just kind of have to sit back and try not to do anything silly like I'm doing here. Yeah, Bitcoin down 8% right now, getting close to that 50K again. Yeah, so overall, common collective, we're just going to be kind of chilling here, and hopefully we'll get some more action. I'll just go right over to a little bit of news here temporarily. We already did talk about Tesla and Elon Musk's tweet yesterday with not accepting Bitcoin. I think that's a big story I've kind of seen across the board from every news outlet at the moment. Israel violence going on is kind of popping up everywhere as well, which we've talked about. It almost feels like there's not a lot of new news. It seems like a lot of the news we've almost talked about every day this week, which is just good to be generally aware of. Obviously, the oil supply chain is creeping up everywhere as well. Here you go. Again, Jews and Arabs clash in Israel's streets as civil unrest spreads. The Colonial Pipeline began resuming operations after being shut down since Friday because of the cyber attack. Pipeline hacks points to growing cybersecurity risk for U.S. energy systems. That's why Biden has put out a cyber objective, kind of more or less a task force and funding for it. Because it's kind of been this ongoing thing where we've been seeing more and more cyber attacks inside the U.S. Here we go. Tesla suspends accepting Bitcoin for vehicle purchases. There's been a 3-day losing streak in the overall market. I think we're all pretty aware of that. Let me see if there was something else that I forgot to mention here. I did want to highlight this a little bit. Morning Brew says, if you zoom out of this kind of whole Tesla debacle that kind of came out yesterday, Tesla still has more than $1 billion in Bitcoin holdings, and Musk said he won't be selling anymore. So that is a little bit of stamp of confidence in the whole ecosystem. I think probably Musk is trying to do what he can do to try to put a little bit of spotlight on the energy issue of Bitcoin and maybe help Bitcoin move in the right direction if it's proof of work or not proof of work, proof of stake and or whatnot. But obviously the way it's going is going to be some big energy concerns. Not to mention, lately it's been getting pretty expensive to transfer Bitcoin. So I've been personally, when I just accepted a payment, for example, in Litecoin and not Bitcoin because the transfer fees were much cheaper. Oh yeah, you know what? Maybe this has been messing me up. Every time I work on taxes, my trading goes downhill. It's like a perfect correlation, I think, between me doing my taxes and trading. I think I can only do taxes on the weekend or something like that. I don't know what it is. I was working on taxes for like 2 hours this morning, so maybe that, that kind of frustration is in my mind. I don't know. Who knows? I did highlight this here because this is a little bit of a kind of an end of an era here. Ellen DeGeneres is ending her talk show in 2022 after 19 seasons. That's a crazy long time. It's just not a challenge anymore, she told The Hollywood Reporter. Fair enough. You always want to be challenging yourself, looking for something new. And if she's, feels like stagnating, then totally makes sense. If you go here to the Google Trends, Bitcoin price is leading the way. There was a few other things. There's Ellen DeGeneres again, Seth Rogen. Humiliated after botched Beyonce meeting, kind of random. Get emergency broadband. I haven't looked into that one. Here's a CNBC article about Elon's tweet yesterday. Tesla CEO Elon Musk tweeted that the electric vehicle maker would suspend car purchases using Bitcoin, citing environmental concerns. So that's a little bit of a highlight. Again, as much as $365.8 billion was wiped off the entire cryptocurrency market, though it did pair some losses. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP were all sharply lowered. So if we actually come here to Infinite Market Cap, a site I sometimes like using to just get an overview of the top 10 holdings or top assets. We still got gold, Apple, Saudi Aramco at the top. Microsoft and Amazon always kind of fighting for this 4th, 5th place, along with Alphabet. Silver still ahead of Bitcoin. That's going to be a big tipping point. Whenever silver is surpassed by Bitcoin, I think there's going to be a lot of talk about that, a lot of articles coming out. Bitcoin back below $1 trillion. Facebook, Tencent fighting it out. Berkshire Hathaway, Alibaba. And here you can see Tesla down 11% in the last 7 days. I think there could be a good buying opportunity coming up on Tesla at one point. I'll keep an eye out for that as well. I think I'll throw some of that in my investment portfolio. Ethereum took a little bit of a hit yesterday as well. Yeah. Here we go. Musk said Tesla will not be selling any Bitcoin and intends to use it for transactions as soon as mining transactions to more sustainable energy. Totally makes sense. And that's exactly what I was talking about, where I had a friend pay me for something, but he paid me in Litecoin instead of Bitcoin because the transaction fees in Bitcoin were just too high. At that point, I might as well send a wire or something like that. Good question, Infinity Master. To be honest, I'm not totally sure. But it would totally make sense because it is an asset. It's a raw material used for building and many other things, including jewelry. So it's a really good point. To be honest, I don't have an answer to that of why it's not on the list. Maybe it is on the list a little bit further down. Now you're really making me wonder. Good question, though. There's probably some diamond mining company, but you would think there'd be like a diamond commodity or something like that. I think there's also no lumber, for example. So I wonder how it goes. Probably if it's a certain type of commodity. I don't know. The really good point. Yeah, that would make sense. I could get behind that. But yeah, I would have to further look into it for to be able to explain it at the moment. I'm not totally sure why. $9.18 here. Still, the tickers that we're looking at are all kind of consolidating. Nothing really too interesting going on. Maybe the next 10 minutes or so leading up to the market, we're going to get a little bit more action coming up. I'll probably be looking for some red to green moves. Yesterday, I think I really messed up by not going to my favorite red to green moves at the open. So we'll see if we can get some opportunity there again. I'll keep an eye out and I'll keep scanning for good red to green opportunities. So I'll let you guys know what I find. I can't wait for the days that we have those 100, 200, 300% gappers again. Oh my lord, those are going to be fun. And then once you have them for like a month or two, or sometimes 3 months in a row, you start getting so spoiled and you start thinking like, oh man, I totally forgot like the market was ever slow. And it's right at that time where you get spoiled and comfortable that the market slows down again. So yeah, we'll just have to kind of, keep doing what we're doing, maybe slow down a little bit pre-market, referring to me personally. And then, once we start seeing those 200-300% gappers again, wham, 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 that's when things are going to get really exciting. But I wouldn't be surprised if, we didn't see that till really June or so. Maybe one or two here and there, but like consistently where you just, every day you check the market, you're like, yoo-hoo. Nathan, what are you doing with a gas car in California? Isn't that illegal? Yeah, it's system secure. I saw that video of some lady filling up her plastic bag. I thought that was quite entertaining. Yeah, Sink. I think a lot of people do because then the YouTube videos and whatnot. There's so many additional YouTube videos. Like right now, there's not so many. The classic day trading YouTube videos coming out because it's a little bit dry. But, once people are, 10, 20, 30,000, a day, big gappers, there'll be a flood. And I think that probably attracts a lot of new people Which, yeah, like you said, it's a tough time. Or you said that that's when you started, so it's a tough time to usually start, because then it's even harder to pivot. I think, James, I would probably wake up without anyone having to wake me up. I think that's actually happened to me before. I woke up when I was in Florida at like 4 or 5 a.m., like thinking we have big gappers, and I checked the market and we had huge gappers. I don't know, it was weird. I still remember that day. It was like around November. That's when you know you check the market too much. I'm just kidding, Nathan. I mean, Nathaniel. I don't know why I keep saying Nathan. Nathan is like, I had a friend named Nathan, and every time I see the first half of your name, I'm like, boom, Nathaniel. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I appreciate, I mean, I apologize every time I butcher somebody's name. It's, just think how many tickers. I can't even remember the tickers I traded. So if that makes it any better. Have the rivalry of a lifetime. Tanner, you're gonna be voting for Meet Kevin? Like, I probably would if I lived in California. Michael definitely took advantage of that opportunity. Oh, so bad. Man, what a little snooze fest here. I think, like always, or lately, we have to pretty much just wait for the market to open. Pre-market is a slippery fish right now, so what I'm thinking about is watching PALI with you guys at the open. Obviously, I have other tickers on my second screen, but and then seeing if maybe we're going to get some sort of promising red to green move on this ticker. I'm just already quite in the red on it, and I want to be extra cautious because of that. Don't have that much wiggle room at the moment. I'll probably be taking a lot of scalpy trades, see if I can get in the green a little bit more. I'm surprised IHT is still with us. It has not totally flushed and fell off a cliff here. Really holding this $6 zone quite well. It never really seems to crack it too much, sometimes getting to about 5.5. This was a great spot for a dip buy in hindsight. Everything in hindsight's always easy, but look at that. Big support in this area. 180 simple moving average coming in here as well. Good little bounce there for sure. Now it's really popping up here. IHT. I probably won't be trading this one though. To me, it's feels a little extended. I was already nervous a few days ago trading IHT. Michael. Ay. 4.5 minutes here before the market opens. Eyes peeled, guys, for that red to green move. CYAD is another ticker I was thinking could be a red to green. We have 13 million shares outstanding, 80 million market cap. It's a Belgian biotech here. Phase 1 trial. Catalyst coming out. Not a lot of volume, which usually to me is a red flag, but And this market could mean anything. We've seen a lot of runners lately that didn't really do much pre-market, so I definitely don't want to discount a ticker just because it wasn't traded pre-market. We have huge resistance here around like just shy of $7. More support at 6, so let's go ahead and document this $6 zone. Little bounces here, big crack. CYAD. CYAD is definitely going to be an interesting one to maybe jump on. Colby says y'all need to meditate. That's so good. Micah, honestly, with PALI, I feel like whatever I say on it, you guys should just do the opposite. Even though that's considered copy trading because there's a reverse correlation. But seriously, I'm having a hard time doing anything proper on this one. Not so much calling it out. Somehow I felt pretty certain about what it was doing, but executing my trades. I think I was driven today a little bit by FOMO and revenge, and I don't know where it started. I'm going to blame it on taxes because that's what I like to do, but, you know, I'm having a hard time with PALI, so I don't know. Double bottom would be around 640. That would be around a 3% sell-off. I'm not sure if we're going to see something like that. Could be. We have bigger support at 6. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, guys. CYAD still selling off a little bit. Check out the 4-hour. We got some nice non-EMA support around 588. Maybe we're gonna have a nice little red to green on it. VTNR is potentially worth watching as well. It was the second lead gapper today for a bit, up on quarterly results, 30 million float, 70 million market cap. Has huge support below it, but it's not really holding its highs. These patterns right now are just so ugly. They're really not what you want to be looking at. So I don't know, possible upside to 2, but I don't know. IHT, look at this one go. Just kind of popping along here, doing its thing. Really interesting. All right, guys. Good luck, everyone. Let's see what we can do here. Here we go. CYAD, definitely a little bit of a dip there. PALI trying to rip up. PALI's lacking a lot of volume right now. Might not be worth even looking at. CYAD, I mean. Going to... PALI, a bit of a doji candle here right now. Nice, IHT, good luck, or good work trading that one. Instant rip higher there, 7-8%, really good. Going to the 8s. My TOS scanner is not unfortunately working right now. PALI still selling off here. Big nice move to the upside on space. I actually ended up trading it, holding a space trade overnight, but I closed it today because it was taking my capital. Would have been nice to hold. IHT still popping. CYAD has very, very light volume today, so I'm probably not going to go for a red to green on it. I was hoping the volume would kind of rally up a little bit, but that was the last thing that ended up happening. FTEK going for a red to green, Fuel Tech. This was pre-market's lead gapper. I had a few red trades on this one pre-market though. I'm slightly red on FTEK. Nice pop higher there. 2.5, we could see it. We've had a hard time breaking 2.5 on FTEK all day. FTEK and PALI right now, probably the two main tickers worth watching. Nice little continuation there. I was so close to buying it, but didn't jump on it yet. IHT going for that pullback opportunity. Possible size on FTEK here. Dang, just missed my entry on that one. I switched to the screen just a little bit too late, and then I didn't want to chase it here at 2.4, but still would have ended up being better. IHT making a little bit of a flag pattern, breaking out. PALI flushing. 935 here. FTEK never really ended up holding the highs on all these attempts to break higher. That's why I'm a little bit skeptical with it. But it might actually be one of our better tickers at the moment. IHT and FTEK, I think, are kind of fighting for the more interesting tickers. PALI, right now, we opened up here. It's only around 6% down from the open. It's really not too bad, typically. FTEK might hold up here. So much for that. Could be seeing a double bottom coming up. PALI found a little bit of support around 621 or so. 622 maybe. IHT. I'm not crazy about IHT. Trying to keep my eyes open for any new tickers popping up here. BNTC, for example. Not seeing a catalyst for this ticker, but it's popping. It's moving quick. $4.8 million shares outstanding, so the float could only be lower, I would assume. Possible break there above 5.6. Huge resistance on this one, right above it. $4 million float, USA Biotech. Possible small size here at 527. Very quick trade here, like I said before. I'm still red on the day. I need to see if I can give myself a little bit of a cushion before I look for any bigger trades. Good energy here, holding this area, but that last sell volume was kind of high. Pre-market, this ticker was having a really tough time. Went up 35%, pretty much ended up selling off. Spread on IHT is a little heavy. You guys think this is gonna pop over 9? I'm a little skeptical. We're close though. We've tried many times though to get over it. Small size here, looking for a little bit of a continuation back to the upside. I'm gonna close this one out. I want it to hold a little bit longer, but I'm lacking a little. IHT, I'm not super convinced about. PALI finding support here at 6.2. BNTC, nice breakout from there. Great continuation, BNTC. on its way to $6. If we have a breakout over 6, this one could be quite interesting. Interesting. Relative volume though is very low, unfortunately, and I'm not really sure what the catalyst is. On the 23rd, or 2 months ago, was up on Morgan Stanley buying shares of the company. We might see a possible continuation to 6. Seeing we get a fill here right under 55. Was looking for a fill there. FTEK making a little bit of a bounce. Didn't get my fill. FTEK's been a little bit slow, but we might see a nice move back here, but that would only be around a 3% return. Yeah. ICE doesn't really have enough volume, I feel like, to make it super interesting. IHT, yeah, it definitely would have got chopped out on this one, so quick profit on IHT I think was probably the best move for me personally. Yeah, you know, every time I'm in the mood where I have, or every time I'm, you know, trading over 5 tickers and I'm hunting for my next trade, it's usually not my best trading, because it means I'm not in an environment where my strategy is doing, you know, is that applicable. Which is, you know, which is fine. We'll get the nice ones eventually. Crazy that AMC has so much energy. I can't get over that, this ticker. It was one of our best swing trades though. Now it's really trying to rip over 11.3. This is a big zone for it, so it might be worth watching. Optimistic outlook Q1. This is definitely a breakout zone on this ticker. Another ticker also that's a bit more of a mid-large cap, Sonos. They were up 17% or something today, pre-market, but they've been pretty much selling off ever since. A little bit of a red to green move there. PALI, wow, this one's almost all the way to $6 now. This one's just continuously selling off. Yeah, Recover Do Road, pretty rough, huh? IHT had a bit of a flush here. I haven't trusted that ticker in quite a long time. FTEK, you know, making a solid little move to the upside, you know, slow and steady here. Very wicky though, but could sometimes give you some good entries. AMC having a pullback right now towards a really big support. Could be worth trading. FTEK, nice breakout there. 4 or 5%. Congrats to anyone that got that one. IHT crawling, yeah. Not sure if I would say booming, but yeah, it's making moves. FTEK here, 245, could be an option to trade. It's been stuck here below 2.5 all morning. Right now, a little bit more volumes coming in. Possible upside to about 2.75 or 3. Nice, Micah. That's what I like to hear. $245. Let's see if this area holds. See if we can get a little bit of size going on here. Still a decent amount of sellers. Might sell off again, could be another fill. Holding. So far it's holding. When this one doesn't hold though, it's like, it's quite nasty. That's why I wasn't looking to hold too long. It's definitely a little bit of a tricky one to trade, not very clean. PALI crawling back up here, could be back in play. Found big support right around 6.7. About a 5% move off there from the lows. BTNC looks like it might be finished. I mean, we've had 7% plus sell-offs on, so. RELI had a little bit of a pop here, but not holding it too well. RHE, BNTC, man, it's a bit of a graveyard out here at the moment. Honestly, PALI is, based on its volume and you know, decent rate of change, it almost is the best one to be buying right now, but there's no clear pattern on it. AMC, nice little pop back up. Brent taking care of business. PALI, look at that flush on PALI. You know, I knew I was skeptical on this one for a reason. It seems a little bit unwarranted, but there's been a lot of selling pressure on this ticker. Just a massive amount of selling pressure. Every time I was trading it, I kept on feeling like it was an uphill battle. Just like there was this constant hidden sellers jumping on, but then you get stuff like this, not really holding its highs. That could be the nail in the coffin for PALI, but it could also be a great bottom bounce. I don't know. Usually when I'm down on a ticker so much, like I am with PALI, I tend to just kind of stop trading it because clearly I'm not in any sort of groove on the ticker, so why keep trading what's not making money for me, you know? This sell-off here on FTEK is very aggressive. I'm not super surprised, and that's why I wasn't holding this very long, because this is exactly how I got read pre-market on FTEK. I traded the breakout here, that was profitable. I traded the pullback, that was not profitable. And I kind of felt like the same way here, where trading the pullback was probably just going to get me burnt. Still a lot of sellers here. AMC trying to break higher again, reaching those new highs. Yeah, it's rough. SI crawling up here. Higher price ticker, but it's actually doing something worthwhile. Looking like we might see 100 on this one. Look at that. Lo and behold, AMC new high. Anyone trade that AMC move? It was really not looking too bad. Nice, James. That's a sweet snag since 8-4. SI breaking 100. Well, my trading definitely got a little bit better after the market opened. Unfortunately, there just wasn't that much opportunity. BNTC, if you were really quick on this one, could have resulted in some opportunity. So today might just be a late day trading day. You know, there might just be another power hour move. There might be a midday kind of lunchtime move. But I mean, in terms of open, this was not one to put in the books for sure. The total snooze fest out here. I'm wondering if FTEK could be a nice little continuation. We're having a little bit of waves coming through here. Sell off, bounce, sell off, bounce, sell off, possible bounce. I don't know. Gotcha, James. Not a bad way to do it. Slow, slow, slow. I'll pull up Space here again. Space actually ended up having a nice little open there. You know, I really wanted to hold this one. I'm kind of bummed that I didn't. I ended up selling here as I was getting back to break even. I did a overnight hold on this one, little bounce trade, had a hold through this, and then sold as we were approaching this, because oftentimes this does not crack back to the upside and it starts becoming new resistance, right? Then you start going to the downside. Ended up closing it. I probably would have held it if it was not in my day trading account. But yeah, a little bit unfortunate. I think I'm gonna call it here, guys. I know I'm red, but there's no point in keep on trading in a market like this. I might get back on later. If I do, you guys will obviously know in the Discord. I'll be posting around last 2 days after the stream. I traded Space a few more times. On Tuesday that got me into the green, and yesterday it kind of put me a little bit. Well, actually, it was pretty much break even. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up today down 767. Kind of a bigger loser day, but at the same time, I'm kind of happy I didn't get stopped out. I was down $1,000. And man, 1,500 right now is where I stop out for the day. That's my max stop on the day, because at that point, I could make $1,500 in a day, but at the same time, it's getting to that point where it's a little uncomfortable to be down that much. So I'd rather kind of kick it here. We could easily make 767 back in one trade, on a good day. So on a day like today, I'm not going to waste time where I could just, end up losing another $50 or $100 or, it's just like back and forth. It's might as well, peace out and then, have more energy for next time. Oh, Dennis, thanks. Maybe, Dennis. There we go. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. Let me know in the Discord if you want to see anything specific video topic or anything coming out, or if you guys want, just post it in the comments below. I've been doing a lot of research lately, and some of that I could probably put into the video. Don't forget, if you do want to join the Discord, it's right here in the tradejournal.co/connect. I'll pin it in the chat. Otherwise, that wraps it up here for today. Kind of a slow and mellow trading day for all of us, or me personally. Hopefully some of you guys did better than I did. Anyway, guys, I'll see you then first thing tomorrow morning. Stay safe, make some awesome trades, and don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Easiest way to support the channel. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, let's hope for better trading tomorrow. Got to stay positive. See you guys. Ciao, ciao.